St. Patrick's Cemetery of Chicopee, Massachusetts. And this cemetery was founded in 1873 by Patrick Stone. He had founded the church in 1871. So the cemetery in this year, which is 2023, is celebrating its 150th anniversary, also called the sesquicentennial. That's a very old cemetery. You'll find some old stone, most of course are modern. You know, Chicopee developed slowly from its birth. And you'll find in the cemetery some unique features, and I'll call them out right now. This is an introduction to the whole cemetery, but we also see the baby cemetery part. So we're going to do an introduction to, and then we're going to do a sweep around the cemetery. Up these roads, you can see signs, and they'll say it's like St. John's section, St. Patrick's section, St. Luke's section. And that's important because they want to divide off this cemetery so that when they give you after their plat map and after their information about where burials were, you can find the gravestone much quicker. And what you're looking at here up this road is one of our stops. For that stop, we're going to find the founder of the St. George Church of Chicopee. His original church was named St. Joachim, and that changed to St. George along the way. But the founder is up there. We're going to go through his life as much as possible. He founded the church, and then they shared this cemetery with the St. Patrick's Church. Why? Because they were the two old-time churches in the Chicopee Falls neighborhood. If you were in the Chicopee Center neighborhood, you would have gone to the Calvary Cemetery when deceased. Right? Or if you were in Willimantic, you would have gone to another cemetery. So this is in Chicopee divided by neighborhoods pretty much. Now, as we sweep around the next section, this is the modern section, two modern sections. Over there is buried Thomas Dady, and Thomas Dady, he died during the First World War, and one of the bridges over the Chicopee River is the Dady Bridge. All right, now there's a maintenance building on the side here, but you notice a very vast grassed area back here. In this grass area, they don't want to have burials, and the reason why is the Chicopee River is back there. If the Chicopee River ever floods, it'll get up onto this land and soak it, and that's not good to have burials in land that's soaked. You can have some of the tombs come loose and start to move quickly, and so the city of Chicopee asked them not to bury here. They might be able to get permission at some point if they keep improving the way entombments take place, and since they own it and has been holy ground for now 150 years, you can have burials here, but none as of yet. And their names as these sections mock the names or mimic the names that are on the other side. Now, a couple more features I want to point out is that there's a division to thirds, and in this oldest third towards the west, you're going to find Patrick Stone, who is the founder of this cemetery and the founder of St. Patrick's Church itself. And he has his gravestone towards the front, and that's going to be one of our stops most definitely because he's such an important person. Also towards the middle section of the western edge of the cemetery, you find Theodore Montmorency, who died at 19 years old and had a rendition of the Eiffel Tower on top of the tombstone. And that was a whole piece for over 110 years, until about 10 years ago it finally degraded and they had to replace it with a smaller bits and pieces of that Eiffel Tower rendition. And that's a mystery to me why it was even made like that. And up this road also, I just mentioned the founder of St. George, but towards the very back of this section, there's the baby section. And we'll talk about that in its own stop, but babies that weren't baptized needed their own section, and they got it back here. They have some modern burials back here too in this place, not over the babies, but they've figured out where the babies are and placed modern burials around them. So we're going to go over to that baby plot now. Okay, So right in front of me it says, in loving memory of the innocent unborn, Knights of Columbus Council. And this one is to babies that haven't been aborted. But in this section back here, the entire section is devoted to babies that were not baptized and had to be put in a special section. So this little section that's carved out here is not sacred, never been blessed. So this section will contain babies' graves. Notice that there's no gravestones, and that's very typical. You won't have any such things, and the reason why is most of these babies died very young, and the parents couldn't afford back then little stones for their babies. Okay, and some people get upset, but remember, accept what the situation is for what it is. Also back here might be some of the poppers. It's hard to find where the poppers are, but they're probably here. Now what we're going to do is just scan the whole cemetery so you can see what it's like. Right here. Thank you.